words were imprinted in my mind by means of excitement, and a little bit of fear. Fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Today I'm going to tell you about an adventure that took place when I visited Argentina last month, and I went to Cataratas del Iguazú, the Iguazú Falls, that are located in province of Misiones in the border with Paraguay, Brazil, and Argentina. If you look at the map that you have on the tables, you'll see that is marked there. Cataratas were discovered in 1541 by the Spanish explorer Álvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca. That was a very funny name because his last name means cow head. So when we were in grammar school, primary school, that was the very funny part of learning about our geography. This time I went with a friend of mine from the United States who had never been in Argentina, and she wanted to visit Cataratas. So we went to Buenos Aires, stayed a few days there, and on Friday we took the plane, and after an hour and a half and 807 miles later, we arrived at Puerto Iguazú, which is a little frontier city. We arrived on Friday, we checked in the hotel, we talked with the taxi driver, and he said, yeah, tomorrow at 9, I'll pick you up, and I take you to the Parque Nacional Iguazú, Iguazú National Park. 9 o'clock, we're there, waiting for the taxi driver. He's there. He gave us a little tour of the city, explained everything, went on our way to the park, and we arrived at the park. He came in with us, helped us buy the tickets, took us to a little snack store, and he says we can buy snacks and water here. And he says, I'm going to recommend you that you do the boat ride in the park. Don't get intimidated, it's going to be an adventure, but you will never forget this boat ride in the river approaching the falls. And we thought, okay, it sounds like a little risky, but we'll do it. Everybody does it, right? So what would happen? He says, I will recommend you to buy some plastic ponchos because you can get a little wet in the boat. Okay, so we buy our ponchos, we buy our water. He says, go straight up, and to the right you see a little train, and that train will take you to the falls. So we walk, we jump on the train, we waited, and finally the train leaves. And by the way, I just learned this last night, that the train is powered by gas, not gasoline, but natural gas, so it's something different. So we sat on the train, no guardrails, no things to hold yourself from, and it's a narrow seat, and just here you see that you can fall from there. So one thing that I experienced in Argentina after living 17 years in the United States is that here we have warnings. You go to Disney and you're going to go to a ride, and there's a big warning. If you suffer from the heart, if you have problems in the back, in the neck, don't take this ride. Over there is, no, just do it. Oh, it's fun, just do it. No meaning of this word, the L word. What's the L word? Liability. There's no concept of that in Argentina. So we're sitting on the train goes, and we are riding the train, and it turns, and we're seeing all the beautiful scenery, the different trees, the vegetation gets thicker and thicker as we go more into the area of the falls. We get to the little station, there's a little restaurant there, and the first thing that we see is all these little animals walking around among people. I said, what are these? What are these? And then someone, that's a coati. So if you see on the tables, you have a picture of that. They are generally walk in groups, the families and the friends, and all together in groups. So people were feeding them, and they told us, now be careful with your bag, because they can grab your bag looking for food. So there's a lady there sitting on a ledge, and she's feeding them bread and apple and this. And sure enough, one of them crawls behind her, and she tries to grab her bag. And then she realizes what is happening, and she's trying to pull, and the coati is trying to pull each way, and finally she grabs the bag and she recovers the bag. So, okay, now we know. Be careful with the bags. So we go to the little path that is going to take us to the falls. And we start to hear this murmur, this rumor, that it gets in crescendo as we walk. And then after a bend, we see the first sight, incredible falls. The water is coming down, vegetation, trees, all kinds of flowers. And this is the beginning of spring in Argentina. It was September. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful falls, majestic, powerful. You can see all the sound. It's almost deafening. You cannot talk there unless you are shouting to each other, because the sound is so, so profound and so empowering, so powerful, I should say. So we spend the day walking through the different paths, taking pictures and filming from this side of the fall, this side of the fall. The part of Argentina is that you can be in the falls, literally in the falls. Brazil has the view, the panoramic view, but we can walk through the falls. The passages that are built with iron are built literally on them. So you are walking and you see the river here, and down here starts the fall, and you can see all the water going down and going down. So we spent the day doing that, and finally it was time to go for our boat ride. So we go to the restaurant where we have to meet our party. It was a party, all right. There was a group of Americans, a group of Italians, us, and a group of 6 or 7 kindergarten teachers from Buenos Aires. Kindergarten teachers that their mores were like kindergarten children on speed. They were shouting and screaming and squeaking, yeah, we love this, we love this. So we get on these big trucks, open trucks, like kind of the ones that you have on the Everglades that take you to the Everglades. And we go to the quay, and we go down and down and down, walking. Finally we get on the boat. The boat gets closer and closer and closer to the falls. They let us take pictures. There's a cameraman that has the camera in a watertight case, plastic case, and he's filming us while we're doing all these crazy things. And these ladies are, look at that, that's incredible. And you see the water and the mist, and as you get closer and closer, the mist is thicker, and you say, no, we're not going to go there, right? Yeah, we are. And the falls, and they are there, and it's a white wall of water, and it's coming down, and it's coming down, and we go almost under it, and we are drenched, and we are totally wet, and these women are, yeah, this is great, otra vez. So the boat goes down, and again, yeah, otra vez, 4 times. I was like, please God, okay, I saw it, this is fantastic, but please, let's go back. Finally, we go back, sound and safely, and drenched, but happy of such a wonderful experience. Mr.